Humanity was never meant to live on Jupiter. Every law of physics said so. Every equation screamed no. The gravity alone could crush cities into coins. The storms were older than Earth's oceans. Lightning bigger than continents clawed through clouds that never ended. So naturally, a human lived there. His name was Ethan Cole, and he was the loneliest man in the solar system. Ethan's home floated deep within Jupiter's upper atmosphere, pressure-balanced habitat called HFY, held aloft by magnetic anchors and anti-gravity engines humming day and night. Outside his reinforced windows, the planet roared. Jupiter was not silent in space. It breathed, it growled. Clouds the size of worlds rolled past in shades of rust, white and violent gold. Storms raged endlessly, colliding and tearing each other apart. Below him lay pressures that could turn steel into liquid. Above him, radiation strong enough to cook a human brain in minutes. And yet Ethan woke every morning, made coffee, and watched the sunrise. Because humans adapt, Earth had called the Jupiter Project madness. Why go there? Politicians asked. What could possibly be worth the risk? The answer had been simple. Because it's there. At first, Aegis 1 was meant to house a crew of 12 scientists, engineers, explorers, but Jupiter was unforgiving. One by one, missions were recalled. Budgets dried up. Public interest moved on, until only Ethan remained. Not because he was forced to stay, because he refused to leave. Jupiter had changed him. Living beneath constant danger sharpened the human mind. Ethan learned to read storms like moods. He could tell when a lightning wall would form hours before the instruments warned him. He named the clouds. He spoke to the planet when no one was listening. And in the silence, Jupiter listened back. It was during his 10th year alone that he found it. The anomaly appeared as a distortion in Jupiter's magnetosphere. Something wrong. Not random, not natural, a pattern. Ethan's hands trembled as he adjusted the sensors. Come on, show me, he muttered. The data resolved into a clear signal, a repeating burst of energy, directional, deliberate, artificial, not from Earth, not from anywhere humans had ever mapped. Ethan leaned back, laughing softly, the sound half mad with wonder. Of course, he whispered. Of course I'd find you here. Jupiter, the guardian of the inner solar system, had been hiding something. A gateway. Buried within the planet's storms was a gravitational distortion, naturally stabilized wormhole. Anchored by Jupiter's immense mass, it was ancient, older than humanity, possibly older than Earth. Any other species would have run. Ethan prepared a ship. The Pioneer's resolve was small, ugly, and brutally efficient, built for one purpose: survival. It carried human ingenuity in every bolt, scar, and improvised fix. Earth begged him to wait. Ethan, we don't know what's on the other side. He smiled as he recorded his reply. That never stopped us before. Then he flew straight into Jupiter's storm. The wormhole tore reality open. For a moment, Ethan felt himself stretched across infinity, every atom screaming. Then the universe let go. The ship emerged into a starfield, unlike any human chart. 3 suns burned in the distance. A ringed gas giant loomed nearby. dozens of planets orbited in elegant chaos. Ethan's breath caught. So many, he whispered. Humanity had taken thousands of years to reach Jupiter. Now, one man had crossed interstellar space in a heartbeat. He wasn't alone. They arrived silently, ships shaped like flowing crystal and living metal, moving with effortless grace. They surrounded Ethan's ship, weapons unpowered but ready. Ethan did what humans always did. He waved. The aliens studied him. Sensors brushed his hull. They expected fear, submission, retreat. Instead, Ethan opened a channel and spoke. "I don't know who you are," he said calmly, "but I come from a species that lives on a planet it shouldn't, survives disasters it shouldn't, and asks questions it shouldn't." He paused, then smiled. "So, hello." The silence stretched. Then, astonishingly, they replied. Not with sound, but with data, images, concepts. They called themselves the Quiron Alliance of Ancient Species. They had found the wormhole millennia ago, but never dared to use it. Jupiter is a death world. Their thoughts conveyed. Only a suicidal species would live there. Ethan laughed. "Yeah," he said, "that tracks." The choir didn't fear humans. They feared what humans became when challenged. They had watched humanity quietly. Earth's wars, its near extinctions, its stubborn refusal to die. Jupiter had been the final proof. A species that could live there could live anywhere. So they tested him. They sent Ethan to worlds no choir species could endure: high-gravity planets, toxic atmospheres, frozen hellscapes. And every time, Ethan adapted. He built shelters from wreckage. He hacked life support from alien tech. He survived storms that shattered continents. When asked how, his answer was always the same: "We don't quit." Years passed. Ethan wasn't alone anymore. Human ships poured through Jupiter's gateway. Explorers, builders, dreamers. Where humans went, lights followed. Cities bloomed on impossible worlds. Terraforming wasn't domination, it was cooperation. The galaxy watched in disbelief. Humans didn't conquer planets. They befriended them. Jupiter became a symbol across the stars, not of danger, but of defiance. If a human could live there, then nothing was impossible. Ethan returned to Jupiter at last, older, scarred, smiling. He floated in Aegis 1, watching the storms he'd once called home. "Did we do good?" he asked the planet softly. Lightning flashed gentler this time. Jupiter had guarded humanity without knowing it. Humanity had repaid the favor by becoming more than it ever dreamed. The galaxy had learned a new truth. Never tell humans where they don't belong, because they will live there, and then they will explore the stars beyond it.